Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to another week of content creator live stream fun and tracks to go through. We got another 7 tracks to go through. I'm actually recording this in advance, so when you guys are seeing this on YouTube, it will be basically a week after it's actually happening. I'm recording this on the Sunday stream, the previous Sunday. So hello Twitch chat. You know you're all there. Say hello to YouTube. He's not Bruffy, he's lying. So we've got another 7 tracks to go through again. I guess I'll choose the X80 because that's all I've got that isn't a top supercar. Another 7 tracks as always. Like I said, this isn't live on YouTube. I'm going to set it to go up as a playlist. As a premiere. So it will act like a live stream. The chat will still be there and, you know, all that kind of stuff, but obviously I'm not going to be responding to the chat because it's already happened. But apart from that, it's all the same as always. Going through 7 tracks, links of the tracks are in the description in the order in which they're played. We're doing the same thing that I've tried to do through the last few, where we're starting with the 2 highest rated tracks first of all. This was a 4.8. We've actually had 4.8 scoring out of 5 tracks as the first 2 circuits for the last 3 weeks. So each of the platforms. As the initial circuit, I mean, the first. What the? So yeah, first track. Got a score of 4.8, the first track from last week for the Xbox stream, which, as I'm recording this, was actually yesterday, was a 4.84, and the first track from the PS4 stream at the start of the month was a 4.81, so very high scoring tracks to start us off the last few playlists, but we'll see what it's like. Oh my god. Excellent start. And as I said, if there's any super chats or brand new YouTube members or anything like that happens during this, let's say, live stream premiere, as it will be, obviously I'm not going to be able to respond to them or read them. I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen because it doesn't normally, frankly, when it's just a premiere or a video. I did this once when I was in TwitchCon in Germany, TwitchCon EU, a few months ago. So it's the same deal as that. But yeah, if anybody does do a super chat or anything or a donation during this pseudo live stream on YouTube, I appreciate it and thank you. Yeah, I need to put the controller cam on. I forgot about that. I'll fix that. I have recollections of this track. I'm pretty sure this track is on Project Homecoming merged into like 2 other tracks as well, like this section. And it's like one crazy big behemoth of a track. Behemoth. I don't know how you say that properly. This is listed as an event racing track, so everyone has to do 1 pit stop during this race. Some modded props there which look cool, which I wish everybody could use. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, especially around, you know, the hills and Blaine County, you don't need to do an awful lot when it comes to prop removal or lamppost coverage, obviously, because there's just no lamppost coverage there in the first place. And I would always suggest, sort of, especially to new creators, Blaine County is probably, maybe Grapeseed is probably the easiest place to get yourself started with creating tracks. It doesn't have to be anything major, you just sort of follow the roads Make sure you use the right props and all that kind of stuff. I will say that triple scumbag! It feels like the pit entry and exit suffer from exactly the same issues as the last 2 tracks from the Xbox stream last week. Or yesterday, as I'm recording this. Is it just all pit lanes are having that same issue these days? Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. That was some good side-by-side action. I mean, it definitely gives some good racing. It's a really, really nice creation. I seem to remember when we played the big track that this is kind of 1/3 of on Project Homecoming. That was really nice as well, and it's such an I can see why again it scored so highly. It's such an incredible creation to utilize the roads whilst also creating custom sections with stunt roads around areas that you would never expect, you know, over the river. You're going under bridges that you would never normally experience because that's normally water there. It's you know, it's an impressive feat to create something like this. I've got to make my pit stop now. Yeah, I mean, it does. It does suffer from the same issues. It's not the saving aspect of this one in terms of a pit lane is that on a track around the hills, it's very difficult to find a place for a pit lane. You know, in a city track, you've got all sorts of roads. But around the hills, it's difficult. So you can kind of give it some allowances for that, but it does suffer from the same issues as the last 2 tracks. We're just continuing the same issue. The last 2 tracks from the Xbox stream, where the pit entry and the pit exit are kind of on the racing line. So you've got people braking for the corner where the pit entry is, and people will just be shooting straight forward into the pits, and you've got people exiting the pit lane into the racing line as people are drifting out wide into the corner. So, you know, I definitely think it's not the best pit lane, but again, where else are you going to put it? Very nice track though. What a great track to start us off. Really nice floor layout. Good stuff. So smooth as well in all the areas. But that's like the pit lane in the Canadian Grand Prix. Exactly, and that's also criticised quite often. The track that uses this and the 2 other tracks on FiveM has over 650 props. Yeah, I do remember it. So on FiveM on Project Homecoming, there's one track that contains where this track that we've just played is 1/3 of it. So this is 1/3 of the track, and then it merges together with 2 other circuits. It's just like, it's amazing. 650 props is staggering. But yeah, that's really nice. What a great start again to another one of these streams. So next up, we'll do 4 laps in. We can do sports. Let's do regular sports. So no top sports cars. like Feltzer down over. This is the track from the thumbnail, I believe. Also suited for night racing. Let's leave it on current time, shall we? Hello streamer, do you have a spreadsheet for every track ever featured in this series or not? Absolutely, GTA man.
What a scumbag!
We do indeed. Ruffy.com/verified is where you submit your own circuits, find the spreadsheet for all the tracks that have been community verified and featured on streams, and in that spreadsheet there's also the lists that contains every track that's ever been submitted and what score it received as well. So if you did submit a track and you were wondering how it did, it's all on that spreadsheet. When it gets updated. It's not always updated though, to be fair. 3 calories, thank you for the tier 3 subscription, the triple scumbag for 31 months as well. Did I miss something? Did this party start early? It did. I started this stream early. This is the usual Sunday night Twitch stream for those who are watching on YouTube. And I've started it early so that we can do this because I'm not going to be here next week. To do it live on YouTube. Well, no, I would be able to stream, but I wouldn't be able to stream from PC. So, oh, controller cam, yes. There we go. Thank you so much, 3 calories for the tier 3 subscription, man. I appreciate it, and 500 old timer as well with the 7 months. Thank you so much. And yeah, for those of you watching on YouTube, you are going to see Twitch notifications instead of the usual, you know, super chat or YouTube member notifications that we get on YouTube. And again, because I'm sure that at this point in the premiere, there's going to be people coming into the, let's say, stream saying, is this live or not? And that's going to happen all the way through in the chat. It's not live. YouTube doesn't do a very good job of explaining the difference between a premiere and a live stream, but this is a premiere, so it's going to be a pre-recorded video.
What a scumbag!
A pre-recorded video that's set to go live at a certain time, and it will have chat and all that kind of stuff. So it will have chat, but it's pre-recorded. Yeah, this is live for those of you watching on Twitch. And there's the thumbnail image. What on earth happened there? How did that happen? Oh, bloody hell. Ah, I almost hit that. So this is an event track as well. Oh, did I put it to... I did put it to GTA mode. So this is an event track, so everybody needs to do a pit... I did say that at the start of the stream, that the first 2 tracks everybody needs to do pit stops for, but hopefully people remembered for this one as well. Everybody needs to do a pit stop in this race as well. So where's the pit lane? It must be here. Okay, so it's round the outside there. Are there no slowdown zones or anything in that pit lane? Seemed like it was kind of a nothing pit stop. Take so much more speed through there. This is a really nice creation. This is probably one of the better Ford Zancudo tracks I think I've seen over the years. I think what makes it better is the space that you gain from this bridge, allowing you to sort of extend the space that you have available. Fort Zancudo isn't exactly the biggest place to create a track. You don't have the most space in the world. Something to point out is that when it comes to the guys on PC, they tend not to have a distinction as much between pit lanes and event tracks and regular playlist races. People might create races that they're not really intending to be for events, but they'll put a pit lane on there anyway, and vice versa. Well, I guess no, it's that they'll generally put a pit lane on most tracks, I think. So it's something to keep in mind. But it was submitted as an event track, so we're gonna judge it as such. I'll go for a pit stop this time. Yeah, so it's not that much of a pit lane, I guess. You can play events on any track, but I don't think any track is necessarily suitable for a high-level racing event in GTA. That's the distinction. Other way around, we don't put pit lanes on event tracks. Is that right? Oh, and then, yeah, that's it. Then pit lanes are put onto a track if required, right? If it's like, if the track's really wanted to be used for an event, someone will put in a pit lane like for that event for somebody. I mean, it's a really nice track. The main things that sort of I would point out for it is there's a few fences. Yeah, I mean, that's true. We do require pit lanes for event tracks, I suppose, as part of this series, but you don't have to do an event with that has pit stops. These lampposts on the right aren't exactly the best thing in the world. They could do with being removed. And then I think there was a fence coming out of the pit lane as well, which wasn't exactly ideal. So there are still a few sort of destructible props around and about the place.
Oh, what a scumbag!
But apart from that, oh, that's awful driving. It's a really nice Zancudo creation. Obviously with the bridge over there as well. Really nice custom created big prop, I guess. It's a bit right angly. Well, yeah, but that's what you get from Zancudo, really. Zancudo itself is a bit right angly. I wouldn't mind those being blocked off either, so you couldn't curb boost on them. Yeah, really nice again. Strong start. I think it's been a good idea starting with some of the higher rated tracks in these playlists, like I've been doing for the last few weeks. Obviously these are all PC tracks, so if you're not on PC you won't be able to add them to your game. But if you want to find tracks from other platforms, there's been plenty of these content creator streams. Oh, that's awful. And you can just check the playlist. First Saturday of every month is always PS4. The second Saturday is always Xbox One, and the third Saturday is always PC. feel like I drove better on the first 2 laps of this race than I've done on the last few. It makes Zancudo interesting enough. I think that's what this one does especially. Because Zancudo tracks can often be very samey because there's not an awful lot to play with in terms of just the regular roads around Zancudo. So yeah, good starts. Biotic Stardust, thank you for the 6 months. How to join, please tell. Is that a good? Those are pretty much summing up the comments. And Kim Bob with the 6 months. Thank you so much. Enjoy your silver Snoopies. I don't think so, Phil. I don't think there's anything I can do. Game or voice or both? So, 2 tracks down. 5 to go. Those are our only 2 event racing tracks tonight. The rest are, well, we've got 2 stunt tracks actually, which we don't see very often, and then 3 regular racing tracks. This is a regular racing circuit. I guess let's do sports classics. We'll leave it to 2 laps. No pit stops are required anymore.
Ah, what a scumbag!
So this is a regular racing track. Then we've got 2 stunt racing tracks, which should be interesting. Like I said, we don't get regular racing tracks, stunt racing tracks to this series that much these days. And then we'll finish up with 2 regular racing tracks. And what I mean when I'm saying regular racing, any sports classic is fine. What I mean when I say regular racing tracks is they're not really aiming to be event tracks with, you know, all lampposts covered over or something like that, but they're still trying to be a good track experience to be able to get some good racing done that you can put into a playlist and have some fun. But also there is the caveat that on PC sometimes they don't put pit lanes into their tracks, so we'll just see what they're like. Sophoma, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. I appreciate it. And thanks to everybody who subscribes with Twitch Prime on YouTube as well, for those who've, you know, linked their Twitch accounts to get all the Prime benefits for GTA and then decide to give your free Twitch subscription to me. I appreciate it. Make sure you use it. You have to, you know, choose who to use it on each month, but if you do have Amazon Prime, if you've got Twitch Prime, you're paying for it anyway. You might as well subscribe to someone on Twitch. It doesn't have to be me. And give some of the money that you give to Amazon to a creator instead. That's the best way to describe it, I suppose. And I'm not using the Turismo Classic. I'm sure everyone in the comments will be happy with that. Everyone always complains that I always use the same cars in these content creator streams. The main reason is because I only have a certain small number of selection of cars. Oh, bloody hell. I only have a small selection of cars on each platform, apart from PS4. PS4 is the only one where I've got a big selection.
Oh, what a scumbag!
And I really don't have the motivation to keep track of 3 large card collections. Alright, so some heavy uphill sections initially. Disaster, thank you for the 2 months as well, I appreciate it. I don't know why I brake there. Every single time I do this part of road in this direction, I always want to brake on that corner. That was a bit rough, I guess, but...
Oh, what a scumbag!
I'm not sure what I could have done differently. Got a big selection on PS4, still uses the Turismo Classic. Well, alright, I just like the Turismo Classic, okay? This is interesting. Where are we going? Oh wow, this is an entire custom created. I like that. I like the shark card sign with the big red cross over it. I approve of this message. Oh bloody hell, what on earth was that all about? Bad driving, I think, is what that was all about. Seeing these top speeds in action. Oh, we just made it through there. That was some good driving. So I mean, it's a nice track. I think the custom created section definitely adds to the whole thing. And I need to give it... It's a long track, obviously. We're only doing 2 laps, so I need to try and form an opinion in these 2 laps. I mean, it's your standard sort of hills track. For the most part. But then you know, you've got this little extra bit towards the end. I tell you what it has done, it's provided some good racing. There's been some good racing in this one. And I always say, if a track can allow for some good racing to happen, you're halfway there. Oh. I'm not sure necessarily what this whole section adds. I mean, I approve of the whole shark card message. It does give you a big downhill, I guess. And it's something a bit different. A bit of fun. Connect you to a completely different part of the map. There is a pit lane, but it was submitted as a regular circuit rather than event circuit, and I think that's reasonable. Although you could probably have an event on here. I mean, it's a nice track. It provides you with something different and unique, which I always say that playlist style event races should do, regular races should do. Although a lot of it is kind of standard hills, I think it's different enough to make the difference. There's some good racing. Damn your superior top speeds. The custom sections are very flat. I feel like that's what I was thinking. That, like, the custom created bits, like they are adding something, but I feel like I'm not, like, it's not adding much to the overall experience. But it kind of just adds enough to make it different. Good. So that was our first regular racing track. We've got 2 regular racing tracks towards the end of the playlist. But now we've got 2 stunt racing tracks. I'm assuming these are all going to be on supercars. Oh, no, motorcycles. Alright. Stunt race through ruins of an old Acropolis. Tubes, jumps, tricks for cars and bikes. So you can do cars, but it was set to motorcycles first, I suppose. I'm guessing it's set to a specific bike as well. Everyone wants cars instead of bikes. Alright, we'll do supers. Well, you can just use any supercar is fine. Whatever you want. He likes it in supers. It's a mate of yours. Well, if he wants it to be played in supercars, why is that not the default option? I guess I'll go Devastate for this one. AC4723, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription 8 minutes ago as well. Yeah, I read Disaster out, didn't I? That was 3 months actually, not the 2. So, stunt races. We don't get... I mean, I'm really happy that since we made the change to splitting up the forms, so now you can submit... Well, the same person can submit the same creator could submit 2 tracks every wave, but one of them has to be a regular track and one of them has to be a different type of track, a stunt race, a regular race, you know, a rally race. I'm mixing up all my words today. Stunt race, regular race, whatever it might be. Rally race, Jesus, I can't, I'm just going to shut up. I'm just shutting up. What I was trying to say was that since we split up the forms, it's been nice to have a bigger variety of tracks in these streams. We've had more tracks to play, different styles of tracks, more variety, which has been nice, because it used to just be we do 7 tracks every week and they'd all be either event or regular tracks, and it was kind of, oh, okay, so that's a thing. Okay, I'll try that on the next lap. Thank you, Safni, for the Prime subscription as well. But yeah, we don't often see stunt tracks these days. Is ultimately what I'm trying to say. And when they're made well, stunt tracks can be really, really good, like really impressive creations. But there's so many that really aren't made well. It's a lot more than just snapping some tubes and props together. Oh, I just made it. Cough, Vespucci, cough. Vespucci, the perfect example of a stunt race done badly.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Even though I'm saying it's more than just snapping props together and stuff, this stunt track isn't kind of...
Someone clip it!
Oh, damn it. Oh, God.
Just interrupted by Nos there, thank you. Like it's what I was gonna say was it doesn't seem like it's trying to overdo it. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's kind of keeping it relatively straightforward. It's not a super complex stunt track that we've seen maybe in the past. But I think the feel is more of it, like the theme of the track. I mean, we saw in the description it was something about a old ruined Acropolis or something like that, and it certainly gives you that feel with the way that the buildings are and all that kind of stuff. It's an impressive creation from that perspective. I don't think it's necessarily, you know, on the top tier of what the best stunt creations are from a difficulty or you know, amazing driving experience aspect. God damn it. Land it! But it's just nice. Like it's kind of like again, I say this relatively often when it comes to these stunt races, but a Rockstar created stunt race, but done properly, done how they should be done to a like, God almighty, just every time I get up in a decent position. Gives you a good feel. Definitely fits the theme of the track.
What a scumbag!
People have faltered in front of me. I should have had an easy top 5, but I've just ruined it for myself, basically. It's clean. It's a clean stunt race. That wasn't a very good and clean landing though. Thank you, game. It's funny how the old Rockstar stunt tracks simply don't handle the new breed of super sports cars. Yeah, well, Rockstar don't think about these things, do they, when they make these creations. Oh, I shouldn't have gone for the jump. Oh, I think I had the overspeed on them as well from doing the loop-de-loop, whatever it is, around the tube. Damn it. I could have got another position there, I think. Never mind. Looks like a blander but more polished Rockstar stunt race. I think it's definitely more polished, and I think the reason it feels more bland is because of the theme it's trying to go for with all the buildings and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it on that top tier of stunt races that I've raced on personally. Even in this series, I feel like we've seen better during this series. But it's still much better than, you know, Rockstar stuff. It's just a good, solid stunt racing track. That's what I think. Solid, if not spectacular. Certainly good enough to be verified. Matthias, thank you for the 2 months. Speech plus 50 happy. Yeah, my speech hasn't been good tonight. I don't know what it is. So we got another stunt track. I guess we'll do supers again. 2 laps again. Should we try sports maybe? I don't know. I mean, I don't know the track. Should we put it on non-contact? I think that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll do sports. Any sports car is fine. I don't have a GTO. People want 3 laps. Alright, we'll do 3. No, we're doing 3 laps. It's alright. I don't have a GTO, an Italy GTO, so I imagine this isn't going to go well for me. Vinable, thank you for the 11 months as well, 7 minutes ago. David with the 1500 bits as well. Thank you for the quality testing and content. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I try my best. Do I have a pariah? I do. And Lolfish with a 34 months. This is a disturbingly large amount of time and money to have spent watching you choke. Sorry I'm late. Yeah, 34 months. 2 more months to go until that 3 years. Long time. We got 5-year people on Twitch. Crazy how time flies.
Oh, what a scumbag!
And Go Burns with the 7 months as well. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, there's a lot more subscription action on the Twitch streams than there is on the normal YouTube streams. Definitely don't have as many YouTube members as Twitch subscribers. Although it would be a bit better if YouTube would actually allow you to, you know, every time you become a member again each month, it allows you to re-announce it like Twitch does. It only happens the first time, which is a bit frustrating. Yeah, I'm going to get left behind in this pariah because of the GTOs, I'm pretty sure. Bloody hell. Speed! GTO has always been the one for the stunt races because of the bumps in the tubes. Having said that, we're not too far away. Maybe the lack of bounciness that the GTO has now has put it more balanced for stunt races and it doesn't get as much boost from the bumps anymore. Retesting of the Italy GTO is going to be coming. Advanced Handling Flag Sports retesting will happen. Patience.
Oh, what a scumbag!
The Pariah definitely still has the edge in cornering and on flat tracks. But if you've got bumps, or tubes, which are just basically big, long bumps. Bloody hell! I'm missing it. I missed it! Oh, really? God damn it. Well, that's disappointing. As I saw 2 Italy GTOs just fly below me as I just overtaken for the lead. Just got into the lead. Overtook the 2 Italy GTOs and then it was very short-lived. Looks like I had a bit too much speed. No, I'm gone. I'm gone again. So this is what I'm kind of meaning when it comes to stunt tracks that require a little bit more. Like, you definitely have to give a bit more thought to some of the corners here. It's quite significantly different, you know, when we're comparing it to the last one. There's more variety in different types of track and section of the circuit. And there's also sections where you can't just go full throttle. You've got to, you know, ease off the throttle, you've got to brake, you've got to get your angles right in certain corners, things like that. 2 laps would have been fine, by the way. I should have left it on 2 laps. Normally try to do 6 minutes for every track. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. I mean, it's good. It's tricky. Obviously, you know, it's tricky enough. Chippy just flies off as well. It's tricky enough that it is showing my lack of ability in stunt races. You know, I'm not good at stunt races. Mainly because I haven't done them very much, so I don't know any of the, you know, tricks or nuances to it, but the last race I didn't really have too many issues on, just because it was a bit easier. Yeah, there's a good variety. I wanted to try and get back into the top 10. I'm so disappointed. Got into the lead as well. I was having a good battle for the lead. Okay, that brake was handy. Is that meant to be a dragon as well up there? Oh wow! Oh, okay. So it winds its way around itself. You can see people in that bit of tunnel. That's towards the end of the lap. Oh, this bit again. Yeah, good creation, this one. Very entertaining stunt race. Yeah, this is the bit that we've just been on, that outside part of wall. Good how it crosses over itself. Alright, there's 11th. One more position. Here we go. Yes, top 10's back. In a fight for a top 10. That's what's happening right now. Where did that speed come from? That's like the donation sound. Oh no. Oh, that was lucky. Excuse me. I wondered if I feel like it's quicker to go to the left, pick up more speed before the before the jump. This is like a three-way fight over 10th top 10. He's gone. Bayman's gone. Top 10 secured. I do like, actually, now that I've done it after the first lap, I know that you have to brake for that section, and yeah, it's good. It adds a little bit more nuance to it. There's challenging sections, there's a few tricky sections. There's fun sections, like from just a roller coaster ride experience. I wonder if you can skip this loop as well. I bet you can. People better than I. We love a good nuance. Who doesn't love a good nuance? Cool. Good little stunt race, that one. It's nice to do something a bit different as well, rather than just regular or event races all the time. Italy GTOs did get the win and the best lap. Loves the bumps too much. But then you go on something like Run Raceway, which is all flat. Pariah demolishes it. Fizzy Green with the 7 months. I'm somewhere in the woods in a wooden house. Can't miss this. Okay. Good luck to you then, finding your way out of that situation. And WizX with the 4 months as well. Happy birthday, bro. It's not my birthday, stop it. Yeah, GG Benimi in the comment SR. And what really annoys me is putting them in the fucking supercars class. Really? Really? Ah, that donation sound.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Right, 2 more tracks to do. Regular racing tracks we've got. So, what haven't we done? We haven't done muscle. Let's do muscle. 5 laps should, yeah, 5 laps should work. I think we've done this track on Patreon races before. Any muscle is fine. Best donation sound. Tiroi, can't say it properly, I'm sorry. With the 900 bits. Finally caught my first live stream for a while. Gonna be a nice one to chill watching before I go on holiday to Weymouth for a week. Would be nice if the weather picks up though. Yeah, it is pretty bad. Hopefully this donation sound doesn't get the YouTube video demonetized. Damn it! To be fair, that $9 donation is probably more than the YouTube video will make anyway, so it's all good. Thank you for the 900 bits, man. I appreciate it. And Avatars, thank you for the 4 months. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. If you're watching this live, so to speak, and you're still coming in asking, is this live? Not technically. I wonder how many of you who are watching this live on Twitch will go over to the YouTube. When this goes up on YouTube at the normal time that it normally would have the live stream, we'll go over just to be in the chat and see what people say. I know that a few of you did that last time we did this. I tried to predict the Formula. Yeah, I tried to predict the Formula 1 results last time I did that. What can I predict this time? Because Formula 1's not on anymore. I can predict how many super chats or new members we'll get. 0 for both. Someone's gonna ask. Right now, is this live? There we go. We'll see if that happens. We'll see if somebody types in the chat, is this live, at the moment that I say that. I should answer random things as well. Like I'll just as if people are talking it from the YouTube chat. I'll just answer things totally randomly, and you never know, it might match up. No, you can't join. Sorry, it's closed for tonight. If you want to know how to join and get in my Twitch streams, that's usually the Sunday streams. The join command, the bruffy.com/join link, it explains everything. All that kind of stuff.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Yeah, this has the track has been changed quite a bit from last time I played this as part of a Patreon submission. Yes, XX Bong Master 420XX spoilers do make the car faster. Stuff like that. What's another common one? Can I have a no? You can't have a shout out. When's G-Fred? That's a good one. When's the advanced handling flag retesting? Will you retest the Italy GTO? Oh. I definitely do not have the grip in the corners that some of these other newer muscle cars do.
What a scumbag!
Cleek, the Yosemite. They've all got the cornering ability that I lack. And on an airport track, that spells trouble. Excuse me!
He's a scumbag! He's an absolute scumbag!
That was a perfect timing for that. I'll get him with the top speed. Dominator top speed! Yes! Yeah. Another nice track. I can't decide whether I like it better in its previous form, but it might just be because I'm used to it, how it used to be. It's pretty much the same, it just slight differences in certain areas. But yeah, I've always enjoyed this track because of the, you know, you've got the bridges, it's an airport track, but there's a significant amount of custom creation to it. See, I just lose out big time on the first part of the lap. And I like this double section where you've got cars going sort of both directions.
Oh, what a scumbag!
And you've got the custom created bridges as well where you go up and under and over bridges and all that kind of stuff. There you go, look. It adds something a bit different to an airport track. I'm trying so hard. Normally I go to the back of these races, but every now and then I don't bother and just stay at the front. But now that I've been at the front for 3 out of 5 laps, I kind of want to try and hold it. So I'm kind of in defense mode against these higher traction cars that have got the advantage. I'm able to pull away on obviously the long straights, but then they just eat me alive on the corners again.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Is your name really Gruffy? No, it's not live. There you go, we'll see if someone said it there as well. Whilst it's up as a premiere, I'll probably put in the title premiere as well to try and you know, avoid some of that. But I think it's difficult. Actually, yeah, that's a good thing nobody will know what it means. That's the thing, nobody knows what a premiere is anyway, so nobody understands what the term premiere means because people don't use it often enough on YouTube, and YouTube do a bad job of explaining it when a premiere is live. I could put like as live or something, pre-recorded maybe. Maybe that will work better. Me and Hammer had fun the last premiere video, answering the same question all the time, I'm guessing. The mods do a bang up job on the YouTube streams, has to be said. Oh yeah, not only on YouTube, of course, but I mean, YouTube is where it's most difficult, I imagine. People do, but yeah, I could change the title, but it wouldn't matter because people don't read the title anyway. The amount of comments asking what platform it's on are testament to that. There you go. A rare content creator stream win. Once I got into the zone in the final few laps, I was able to pull out a bit of a gap. That was nice. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Look at that. All those cars behind me. All those high traction cars. The Yosemite, the Sabre Turbo, the Clique. The top 4 muscle cars all in the top 4. That's pretty cool. Pretty happy I was able to hold out. Because those Sabre Turbos and Yosemites and Cliques are pretty quick around the corners. That was nice. Blade Cruiser with the 16 months. Is this live too? Okay, for those watching like right now, this is live on Twitch on Sunday the 11th of August. It's now 6 PM UK time. For those watching on YouTube, it's not. Wolfiekins with the subscription as well. Thank you so much. Mad Monkey with the 38 months. Go close to the cam and point and shout. Your mother wouldn't be proud of you if she saw you doing that. Right, this is our last track, by the way. How many laps do I need? 5 laps works. Do we really want supers? Really? No, 6. We need more laps than that. 7. What should we do? Should we do something... What about classic sports classics?
Oh, what a scumbag!
Since it's the last track, let's try and do everybody in the same car. What about... Now, let's not do everybody in the same car, but we'll wait at the start. Let's do classic sports classics. So, none of the new style of sports classics or a Z-Type or a Pagani. The old style stuff. Stuff around that pace. And if you don't have one, swap car for somebody else. See, I don't have one, so I'm going to need to get a car from someone else. Sterling isn't okay. The 190Z is fine. The Z-Type is old, but the Z-Type and the Pagani are just a little bit too quick for that sort of sub-sport classic class. Thank you guys for the subscriptions, by the way. I'll catch up with them after we're done here. So everybody wait at the start line. And I'll do a sticky bomb to start. And at least it won't take as long as it did the final race of last week's stream. The Sterling without a spare wheel is fine. I think you'd need a bus if you did want everyone in the same vehicle. Okay, fair enough. I normally race a Monroe, so let me go for something a bit different. Do you know what? I think I want a JB 700. It's a little bit off the pace, but... it's a fun one. It's got a decent top speed. The Michele GT's too quick. That's not allowed. I'm pretty sure. Didn't he get like a 108 or something? Lap time wise. We've got the banned Sport Classics command. Maybe it was just banned Classics. It was. Oh no, the Michele GT should be fine. Actually, my bad. Alright. Sticky Bomb will start the race. You've got 20 seconds to get a car if you don't have one already. Come on. Take a car off somebody. All Sports Classics banned. Yeah, to be fair, the sub Sport Classics class has a lot of banned cars. You're not allowed to use in this race a Turismo Classic, Cheetah Classic, Rapid GT Classic, Sterling GT, Infernos Classic, Torero, Swinger, Viseras, Silvestre, Retinue, Z-Type or Pagani. That's what you need to do. Right, Sticky Bombs at some point after 2:15. This is the classic. This is the true Sports Classics class. All the new cars like the Turismos and stuff. That's old. That's super classics. The Sterling GT is fine when it doesn't have the spare wheel on the back. By the way, the spare wheel adds traction, like a spoiler. If you take that off, it's perfectly balanced with that old class of cars, which is why it was so annoying when the Z-Type used to be the quickest Sports Classic car and we had a really nice balanced Sports Classics class, and then they introduced the Sterling GT, which went 4 seconds per lap quicker, and it was only because of the stupid spare tyre on the back giving it extra traction. Been a long time since I've driven the JB700 in a race. Wow, that's a lot of crashing right there. Short track this one. GB700 always had a decent top speed from what I remember. Left a lot to be desired with the brakes and the traction, but in fact that was a general characteristic of Sports Classics. They did used to have pretty decent top speeds. They just lacked traction and braking, and that's what made Sports Classics so much fun. And then they introduced the new stuff like the Turismo and the Sterling and the Infernos.
Is putting them in the fucking supercars class. Really? Really?
There that is again. Yeah, that was always the best thing about Sports Classics. But then all the new stuff like Turismos and Infernos, they're just like sports cars really now. Sports cars are now like supercars, and supercars are what you would expect hypercars to have been back in the day. Yeah, the JB700 does not have much brakes or acceleration. Remember when I said the JB700 was a little bit off the pace? This is why. Man, I'm just getting left behind. I'm driving better and just getting destroyed on the straights. Or anywhere really. In the braking zones, in the acceleration zones. Nice track. Again, it's a regular playlist race. But it's nice to see a track, around this area. You don't really see tracks around here very often. Because there's not an awful lot of roads that, you know, you can't really do much with the roads around here, so it's quite inventive, this track, in terms of, you know, what's being done from a custom creation perspective. Look at this. That'll do though. Just, oh man, the JB700 is not good acceleration wise, is it? What kind of lap time does the JB700 get again? I can't remember. I thought it was like a 112. Maybe it was less. I'm pretty happy, to be honest. I'm pretty happy to be doing as well as I am in this JB700, which is clearly not fit for the task of all these hairpin turns. I'm just going to plant it in the middle of the road. Classic boat defense. It's the second phase of the acceleration. Like, especially the Corkhead Classic, it just keeps pulling and pulling. The Sterling GT's the same, whereas the JB700 just dies.
Oh, what a scumbag!
112.0. Do you know what? I think I underestimated the traction. I think it's the traction of the JB700 that gives it that lap time. Brakes and acceleration, definitely not. Nice track though. The reason I haven't said much about the track is because it's just a good bit of fun. It's one of those good short circuits that, you know, allows for some good racing in a unique
what a
location.
scumbag.
This is a perfect example of how different cars can be suited to different tracks. You know, the JB700 is fairly well balanced to the old style of sports classic cars around, you know, a fairly balanced track. But as soon as you've got a track with more acceleration zones, it just gets left behind. And that's the nuances of racing and car testing and all that kind of stuff. You could test about 10 different ways and get 10 different results in terms of which car is quicker than another on a certain track type. Come on, try and keep this top 5. Top 5's always possible, even in an underpowered JB700. I like this track. Really nice. Something's coming up behind me very quickly. Oh, it's the Monroe. The Monroe's got no brakes, but it's bloody quick in a straight line. I might get overtaken before the end. Come on, give me the top 5. Top 5's always possible. Oh, it was so close. I'm pretty happy with that performance in the JB700. I mean, it was one of those where you could at least see, just from my perspective, what on earth is that AI doing? You could see the issues I was having trying to just, you know, keep any kind of competitiveness. So much down on acceleration. Thanks for the GGs. Yeah, I did wonder that. The Sterling without the spoiler is quicker than the Pigali, so really it should have been banned as well. Never mind. I only thought about that after we'd started the race. Good stuff. So those are our 7 tracks. The links for all these tracks are down below in the description, in the order in which we've played them. So if you liked that track, it'll be last on the list, and so on and so forth. If you want to submit your own tracks, link for that's in the description as well. Also for all the information about these tracks, the whole community verified process as well. What should we do? Yeah, we're going to do Dilettante. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going for. Everybody choose a Dilettante. So this is the final track, as always, where we just yeah, play this. Did we do the Dilettante recently? Alright, then we're going to do the Prairie instead. Prairie. We just go to a different compact vehicle. Prairie's for everybody. I like the Prairie. Now you're lying to me. I'm pretty sure we've never done a Prairie on this final track. But yeah, this final track is just to limit the playlist in terms of the number of players. So it's always just a bit of fun at the end. Catch up on, slipstream on, a bit of, you know, craziness. One lap shootout. But as always, thank you guys for watching.
Scumbag.
As the blimp will say as well. If you're watching this live on Twitch, thank you for being around. We've got more 5M stuff to do for the rest of this stream. If you're watching this as live on YouTube, thank you for coming to the stream. Or the as live stream. And if you're watching this as a video, which is the vast majority of people who end up watching this, if you look at view numbers and all that kind of stuff, thank you for watching as well. And thank you for all the support. Bitch. Slipstream's just crazy. Well, that was a bit ambitious to just totally cut across the entire pack. Bloody hell, and that was just no brakes used at all. Watch that understeer. Yeah, you get some significant understeer in these front-wheel drive compact cars. I don't think I'm going to get much out of this race. Not this week. Give me that slip. Maybe I can sneak into a top 10. Whoops. He's alright. It was just a bump and run. We managed a top 10 at least. It's hard to imagine that Slipstream was mandatory for the first 6 months of this game being out. I know, it was crazy back then. Racing was very different. Well, I suppose it was generally the same, but we couldn't really have as serious of races back then as what we do now. To be fair to Rockstar, they have implemented a lot of changes that have made racing better, frankly. The ways of going about it sometimes haven't been perfect, but it is better than what it used to be. But that's it for another week. There's actually going to be a 2-week break now because there's 2 weeks left to go in August that I won't be streaming. No, I lost out on the playlist from that last race. Typical. But yeah, we should be back in on YouTube for a YouTube live stream in 3 weeks' time. We will actually be proper live then. The first Saturday of September, we'll be back on PS4. Then second Saturday will be Xbox, and then the third Saturday will be PC, which might be recorded again actually. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. Second for life indeed. If there were any super chats or new members, which I don't imagine there would have been, thank you for that. And yeah, thank you all for watching, whether it's live or as a video afterwards. Feel free to check out my Twitch streams as well if you enjoyed this and want more. As these guys, these lovely people are doing right now. We're about to go play some 5M. All right, thank you guys so much. Bye bye.